You do have a caller.
Chairman Green,
Yes.
I'm going to disappoint you. I bought red. So,
Jay. Oh. Yeah, but at least you didn't buy blue.
that green paint was just too much money, I tell you.
Hey, red's a good outfit. What'd you get?
5140.
Oh, did you?
Yep. So
Good. I'll have to come over and take a look at it.
yeah, it's going to take me 2 months to learn how to run it because all the new technologies on it.
Did you have to mortgage a farm for it, or?
Yeah, just about. The crazy thing is, though, you got the loan and everything from my phone and signed it and didn't even have to talk to a person. So what?
Oh my God!
What a At least they at least come look you in the eye when they're taking
Gentlemen, we got to go to work at 7 o'clock. Call the evening meeting of the Isabella County Board of Commissioners to order. Stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I thought that went pretty good. You gotta wait. Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Green,
Here.
Commissioner Engler,
here.
Commissioner Jelezinski,
Here.
Commissioner Horton,
Here.
Commissioner Moreno,
Here.
Commissioner Sweeney,
Here.
Commissioner Hope.
Here.
All present, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Item number 3 is approval of the agenda. This evening, we don't have any presentations or special reports, no appointments of boards and commissions. Consent agendas or any corrections for the consent agenda? Seeing none, moving on to committee reports, Finance and Administration.
Finance and Administration Committee is all set, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee.
Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee is all set, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Human Resource and Public Works Committee.
Human Resources and Public Works Committee is all set, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. There's no intergovernmental affairs this afternoon, no administrator controller issues. There's no unfinished business. Under new business, we have 2 items, the holiday schedule and the public hearing for the budget at the next meeting. Motion to approve the agendas in order as presented.
So moved.
Horton.
Been moved,
Support Horton.
been moved and supported to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. We have an agenda. At this time, I'll ask Nicole under general public comment. Anybody waiting in the room?
Chairman, we do have 2 callers to the meeting. If they want to speak at public comment, this is the time where they would press *9 on their keypad to raise their hand to speak. We do have a hand raised. It is caller with the last 3 digits 743. I'm going to ask them to unmute.
Last 2 digits are 743.
Yes. And
Hi.
they should be able to speak now, Chairman.
Ma'am, state your name.
My name's Johnny Tayton.
Okay.
Hi, I just wanted to say hello. I'm Johnny Tayton, resident and community member from District 2. I'd like to thank the board for the work that they do.
Thank you
And
very
I'd
much.
also like to state that I'm a candidate for county commissioner in District 2. So I'm listening with interest. And that's about all. So I look forward to listening in.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Is the other person?
There are no other hands raised at this time.
They're just listening.
That is correct.
Okay. We will move on. The other person doesn't want to come in, just listening on it. We have no presentations or special reports, appointments to boards and commissions. Mr. Swain, would you like to read the consent agenda, please?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Consent agenda motion reads, move to approve and place on file the August 18th, 2020 regular meeting minutes, the August 25th, 2020 Finance and Administrating Committee meeting minutes, the August 25th, 2020 Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee meeting minutes, the August 25th, 2020 Human Rights and Public Works Committee meeting minutes, and the August 20th, 2020 routine personnel items.
Support.
Sir,
Jelinski.
Been moved and supported to approve the consent agenda as read. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Moreno,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jelazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Green.
Yes.
Whole number of votes cast was 7. The ayes received 7 and the nays received 0. So motion carried.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That brings us down to committee reports, finance and administration. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First up on the Finance Administration Committee's list tonight is the August 14th, 2020 invoice list, the August 21st, 2020 invoice list, and the August 27th, 2020 adjustment list. Motion reads, move to ratify and place on file the August 14th, 2020 invoice list in the amount of $143,993.27. The August 21st, 2020 invoice list in the amount of $411,524.91. And the adjustment list dated August 27th.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the August 14th 2020 invoice list, August 21st, 2020 invoice list, and the August 27th, 2020 adjustment list. Discussion.
Stated numerous times before, the commissioners received these invoice lists by email. We have a chance to review them. These also reviewed in our Finance and Administration Committee. And we also reviewed them today during our business session held at starting at 3 o'clock today. As to the August 14th, some of the larger ticket items were the state of Michigan, the July pistol permits, and the July circuit court transmittals. Granger, a monthly service for the compactor service for the materials recovery facility. The sheriff bought a police interceptor for a very good price. Let's see. Couple youth treatments, which are standard. As to the 21st, the 21st, again, our bi-weekly contract with HATS, a very great organization here in this town, a jewel in our community as far as I'm concerned. Integrated architecture for the jail, we had a presentation by them today at our 3 p.m. meeting also, which was quite interesting to see that there a lot of work going involved in. Looking at the plans, it was very interesting to see that. So anybody that has a chance in the community, get online for that 3 p.m. meeting and look at the what the presentation the architect and the contractor showed. It was very interesting, the plans. So anyway, consumers energy, again, monthly utilities at the administration building and the trial court. I think Commissioner Hope and I have had a group involved in front of us as far as maybe doing some savings, and that will probably come into the board with that sometime in the near future with a discussion on that. So a company that might be able to save us some money and or make us more efficient, and hopefully both. Let's see, nothing again. The police bought another interceptor at a very good price, and the usual monthly day treatment contract we've seen a lot of times before. And not surprisingly so, we had a lot of invoice adjustments with Gordon Foods in regards to not adding sales or early payment discount. I'm sorry. So because the county's a good payer, we get a nice discount, so we can add that back into our invoices. But that does appear on the invoice. It's just not on there because of the early discount. So
Any additional discussion? Hearing the further discussion, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Moreno,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jelazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Green.
Yes.
Whole number of votes cast were 7. The ayes received 7 and the nays received 0. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Okay, item number 2 is drain revolving fund, and the motion reads, move to approve the advance due from monies from the general fund unassigned fund balance to the drain revolving fund to be designated as working capital for a term not longer than 5 years, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support Horton.
And moved and supported to approve the drain revolving fund assistance. Discussion.
So as it said in the report, and as Mr. Willoughby, our drain commissioner, reiterated, maintenance costs and demand for maintenance work have continued to increase to a point where the drain revolving fund has insufficient capital to meet needs and is starting to cause some delays. So they need a little boost of revenue in that fund. And originally in committee, we looked at a transfer out from general fund. But what we came up with, which I think is a better idea, is this due to, due from, where the money actually comes out of unassigned fund balance and then is restored to the.
Any additional discussions? Commissioner Engler?
Yeah, the last couple of years, we've had a lot of water added to the soil around here. The water table has actually increased. Now you add to all the extra work with the drain commissioner on the windmills. I said, I'm surprised he's been able to keep up as he is, but anybody that has any springs or there's new wet spots around, so all that water breaks the old tile up. So yeah, if you need some help, I'm all for it, so.
Any additional discussion? Hearing no further discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jelazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Moreno,
Yes.
Commissioner Green.
Yes.
Whole number of votes cast was 7. The ayes received 7 and the nays received 0. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, Raymond Robson LLC Engagement Extension Letter. Motion reads, move to extend the county's agreement with Raymond Robson LLC for the 5-year option for the completion of the audits for the years ending September 30th, 2020 through 2024 for the prices detailed in the audit engagement extension letter with fiscal year 2020 not to exceed $40,050, and authorize the board chairman to sign the audit engagement extension as provided.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the Raymond Robson LLC engagement extension letter for 5 years. Discussion.
This is in regards to an RFP back in 2017 when we engaged the services of Raymond Robson. The administration presented and our committee agreed. The committee agreed that the modest increases in the proposed 5-year proposal are very reasonable considering all the added work that will need to be incurred this year with COVID-related federal expenditures, potentially working remotely, et cetera. Also, with the new professional standards coming down the line for governmental entities, these modest increases seem very reasonable. So,
Any additional discussion? I think it's a good agreement, particularly percentages of the increases, so it makes sense to me. Hearing no further discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jelazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
yes.
Commissioner Moreno,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Green.
Yes.
Whole number of votes cast was 7. The ayes received 7 and the nays received 0. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, that completes the work of the Finance and Administration Committee.
Good job, gentlemen. That brings us down to Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee.
The first item is secondary road patrol and traffic accident prevention program application. Motion reads, move to approve the secondary road patrol and traffic accident prevention program application in the amount of $43,356 effective October 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2021, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support Engler.
Been moved and supported to approve the second road patrol and traffic accident prevention program application. Discussion.
This application should be very familiar with the County Board of Commissioners. We approve it every year, and it's state money that's passed through the state police to local sheriff to patrol and take care of traffic violations on the county's secondary roads.
Any additional discussion? Yeah, we've done this for a long time, Commissioner Jelizinski. It's just that the money, size of the money wad's gone down.
Yeah.
Hearing no further discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jelizinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Moreno,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Green.
Yes,
Whole number of votes cast was 7. The ayes received 7 and the nays received 0. Motion carried.
thank you.
Yes, item number 2 is the Brian and Deborah Bogue farmland agreement application. The motion reads as move to approve the Brian and Deborah Bogue farmland agreement application and instruct the Isabella County Clerk to forward the approved application to the MDA Farmland and Open Space Program.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the Brian and Deborah Bogue farmland agreement application. Discuss.
Yes, this is kind of a standard application form. It's for 38.41 acres. Meets the requirement between 5 and 40. It also is a 10-year agreement, which is the minimum. And there is one exception on there, which is probably for a house. So everything seems to be in order. All the checks are, the boxes are marked.
Any additional discussion? Hearing no further discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Jelizinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Moreno,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Green.
Yes,
Whole number of votes cast was 7. The ayes received 7 and the nays received 0. Motion carried.
thank you.
Mr. Chairman, that completes the Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee work for the night.
Thank you, gentlemen. Moving on to the Human Resource and Public Works Committee, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Our first item is fiscal year 2021 Michigan Veterans Affairs Agency grant application. The motion reads, move to approve that fiscal year 2021 grant application between the Michigan Department of Military and Veterans Affairs, the Michigan Veterans Affairs Agency in Isabella County in the amount of $52,350,000 for enhanced veteran service operations.
Support Swaney.
Been moved and supported to approve the fiscal year 2021 Michigan Veterans Affairs Agency grant application. Discussion.
Okay, the Michigan Veterans Affairs Agency announced the availability of $4.2 million for the fiscal 21 county veteran service grants and throughout the state. And it also indicated that Isabella County is eligible to receive $54,215 for this fiscal year 2021. When the state, and this is subject to change, when the state of Michigan closes its budget, the per capita amount may increase, which is good news.
Any additional discussion? Hearing the further discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Moreno,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jelizinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Green.
Yes,
Whole number of votes cast was 7. The ayes received 7 and the nays received 0. Motion carried.
thank you. Excuse me.
All right, item number 2, registered nurse individual services contract. Motion reads, move to approve the individual services contract between the Isabella County Commission on Aging and Elizabeth Jane Starr Gepford for services as a registered nurse effective September 2nd, 2020 through September 30th, 2021, and authorize the board chair to sign the same. All right, Jen Crawford came and told us.
It's been moved. Hold on, Commissioner.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
It's
All
been
right,
moved and
Commissioner Moreno.
supported. It's been moved and supported to approve the registered nurse individual services contract. Now discussion.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Jen Crawford came and told us that this is a registered nurse is contracted yearly. It is a requirement of the Region 7 Central Health Department that we keep our contract with them so that they give us money for these services. And this registered nurse oversees assessment of clients for both the Commission on Aging and the respite care programs. And she's new, taking place of registered nurse that has left us.
Any additional discussion? Hearing no further discussion, Madam Clerk, another roll call, please.
Commissioner Moreno,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jelazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Green.
Yes.
Whole number of votes cast was 7. The ayes received 7 and the nays received 0. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Okay, our next item is Care Trainer Individual Service Contract. The motion reads, move to approve the individual service contracts between the Isabella County Commission on Aging and Mary Ellen Walsh for services as a caregiver trainer effective October 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2021, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support Swaney.
Been moved and supported to approve the caregiver trainer individual services contract. Discussion.
Okay, this contract requires the contractor to provide intake training and education to clients and caregivers, facilitate a monthly support group meeting, and develop and implement a spring and or fall training addressing caregiver issues. The hourly reimbursement rate is $40 an hour with an estimated workload consisting of 50 to 20 hours per week.
Any additional discussion? Hearing no further. Oh, Commissioner Swaney.
Just wanted to add that we know there are a lot of volunteer caregivers, and I think it's great that Isabella County makes sure we've got trained caregivers.
Any discussion? Hearing no further discussion, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jelazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Moreno,
Yes.
Commissioner Green.
Yes.
Whole number of votes cast was 7. The ayes received 7 and the nays received 0. Motion carried.
Thank you.
All right, item number 4, activity services, individual services contract. Motion reads, move to approve the individual services contracts between Isabella County Commission on Aging and Steve Wood, James Vandermeer, Catherine Tobin, Jody Schwartz, Angela McGurk, Carol Clute, Mary Alsiger to provide activity services, and Virginia Kane to serve as active living newspaper editor effective October 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2021, with board direction to provide alternate delivery of all services when in person classes can't be performed, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support Marino.
Been moved and supported to approve the activity services individual services contract. Discussion.
All right, as we know, the Commission on Aging delivers a ton of services to our community through Tai Chi classes, yoga, Zumba, and Aqua Zumba, which obviously is not going on right now. And are pushing those that can do it to go online. And so those services can still go out to our constituents. And these are just renewing those contracts.
Any additional discussion? Hearing no further discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jelazinski,
yes,
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Green.
Yes.
Whole number of votes cast was 7. The ayes received 7 and the nays received 0. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Okay, our next item is resolution number 200902, Essential Workers Resolution. The motion reads, move to adopt Isabella County Board of Commissioners Resolution number 20-09-02, Essential Workers Resolution, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support Swaney.
Been moved and supported to approve resolution number 20-09-02, the Essential Workers Resolution. Discussion.
I would suggest that if this moves forward to a vote, that we remove paragraph 8, since it has inaccuracies the way it's written. And I'd like to go ahead and read it without that paragraph.
Go ahead.
All right.
Any additional discussion?
point of order, Mr. Chairman. I think if you're going to alter the resolution that's been put before the board, you need to have a motion to amend and a second and a vote on that amendment.
Other discussion? It seems to me if you're going to remove things from a resolution, I think this is what Commissioner Jelaginski get asked to. I'd say, Mr. Swaney, if you want to vote on this tonight, I certainly don't know with what I've heard this afternoon that it'll pass or not. And if you're going to remove things from the resolution right now to kind of correct it, this is just a suggestion. If you want to go on with this, we can, but I would remove it, vote on it, take it back to committee, and clarify some of the things that you want to change. If you want to go on with the vote, we'll just go on with it.
I can bring it back to subcommittee.
I think it would be wise because I'm just talking out loud here. In the count that I have, I'm not sure that this will pass. Why not take it back to committee, bring it back to the board in 2 weeks, correct it?
Okay.
Then you want to remove the motion?
Does Commissioner Marino need to do that since he made the motion?
I'll remove my motion.
And the second?
Support Swaney.
That's fine. Then we'll take it off the agenda and you take it back to committee and correct things.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
That concludes the work of the Human Resources and Public Works Committee, Mr. Chair.
Good job, gentlemen. Number D, we don't have anything this evening. The intergovernmental affairs, nothing with the administrator controller. And item E, business, under new business. Item A, Commissioner Engler, would you like to read that, please?
Sure. Item A is holiday schedule 2021. The motion reads as move to approve the Isabella County 2021 holiday schedule as presented.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the holiday schedule for 2021. Any discussion? Basically, it's the same schedule that we had last year. It just tells the days that you're going to be off and all the holidays that are going to. Hearing no further discussion, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Jelazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Green.
Yes.
Whole number of votes cast was 7. The ayes received 7 and the nays received 0. Motion carried.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioner Marino, would you like to read item B, please?
Sure. Public hearing for fiscal year 2021 proposed budget. Move to schedule the public hearings of the fiscal year 2021 proposed budget beginning 7 p.m. or as soon thereafter as may be heard on Tuesday, September 15th, 2020, electronically on Zoom.
Support Swaney.
It's been moved and supported to approve public hearing for the fiscal year 2021 proposed budget. Pretty simple.
Yeah, we're starting the process of the budget approval, and that's one of the requirements right there
We have to have a public hearing.
before October, right?
Hearing no further discussion, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Green, Commissioner Engler had his hand up.
Oh, I didn't see Commissioner.
Oh, that's fine. This is more a question for Nicole. How many people can be online when we're doing a Zoom?
250, I believe.
Okay, I don't think we're gonna get that.
That should cover it.
Get to that.
That should do it.
Don't want to crash the system. I don't know. Pretty enlightening material we read, so.
And also,
Thank you.
also too, doesn't YouTube also, that's pretty much unlimited on YouTube if it's on YouTube, correct?
Mhm.
So we made that requirement too, so.
Any other discussion? This turned out interesting. Hearing no further discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call, please. And thanks for showing me, I'm telling me somebody had their hand up. I didn't see Commissioner hand up.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes,
Commissioner Marino,
Yes,
Commissioner Sweeney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jelazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Green.
Yes,
Whole number of votes cast was 7. The ayes received 7 and the nays received 0. Motion carried.
thank you. Moving on, we're down to general public comment again. Nicole?
We do still have the same 2 callers on, and so like before, this is the point in the agenda where they would press *9 on their keypad to raise their hand if they wish to comment. I see no hands raised at this time, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So it's-
No public comment at
Yep,
this time.
with no hands raised, there's no public comment, so we're going on to announcements. Are there any announcements? Mr. Horton?
real quick, just to emphasize something I've pretty much said every meeting. There's been some, as everyone is well aware, there's been some increases in the COVID-19 count in our community. So please, everyone, just remember, wear your facial coverings, social distance, and wash your hands as much as you possibly can, and just use good common sense. So,
I need to, Commissioner Engler.
Oh, you got me this time. Just a little update. They had the hazardous waste at the county fairgrounds Saturday. It wasn't, surprisingly, it wasn't an overwhelming crowd, but it was steady all day. So I think we're funded to do one more yet. So that'll be in the spring. So second thing is, if you guys are hungry for chicken, Casey Barbecue is having chicken dinner drive-through at the Casey Hall in Beale City. You can go out and get some chicken and look at the windmills. So, because they're right there, you can see it right from the Casey Hall. It changes the outlook. That's all I have.
Any additional announcements? Motion adjourn?
motion to adjourn, Horton.
Or
Gentlemen, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
What do you click, Nicole? Oh, right there, that red thing.
Yep, says leave.